Thanks, everyone. Welcome to a very special live stream. I'm your host, TeladiaPlays, and we're going to be talking about San Diego Comic Con. But before we do, let's bring on my co-host at this time, Jared from Comics League. There's his intro. There he is. Hello there, good sir.
How you doing, dude?
I'm good. What's up, legend? Hello, Tevia. So, we're here to talk about San Diego Comic Con, and it's our 3,000 subscriber special stream.
Let's go. Congratulations.
Yes. So, what do we want to start off with, Jared? Do you want to start off on the DC side? Do you want to start from the Marvel side?
Your show, dude. Pick. Let's do
You're
this.
the co-host. You're the co-host.
If you want to talk about Absolute, we can talk about Absolute and just start with the DC stuff.
All right, let's go with the Absolute Universe. Thank you, Legend. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, we're going to kick things off with the Absolute Universe. Now, we got some exclusive news. You sent me it in the group chat.
Yeah, we got some updates on certain Superman stuff, so I guess we can
Let me make a banner. DC. All right, there we go. DC's Absolute Universe. Shall we tell him?
Yeah, so what's cool is that today Jason Aaron did an interview, and Jason Aaron's writing the new Superman book, and he did like an interview about like Superman and like essentially, what's the word? Oh yeah, essentially like what the costume and what's going with the costume. What's kind of cool is that you notice how the cape looks kind of like flaky. That's because the cape is literally made from the ashes of Krypton.
Yeah. What?
That's what he literally said. And I'm like, okay, you know what? That is actually really cool.
I was reading the Screen Rant article, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a Screen Rant article about it, or this interview.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes place not in Kansas, but in Brazil.
No, it starts off in Brazil. It doesn't necessarily mean that.
But he talks about the hair. There's a certain reason why the hair is the way it is.
Yeah, really, ultimately, it kind of put some goodwill in me, because here's the thing: at least he's making it different. Now the question is, will he be able to stick to landing? Because Jason Aaron is one of those writers where he could be really good or really bad. Although I've enjoyed more of his stuff than I have Tom King, but we'll see. Hey, what's up, Cameron?
Hey, what's up, Cameron? Welcome indeed. Welcome. Well, good. But yeah, so also we got to remember in this universe, Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman aren't the way we remember them in the mainline universe, right? So the Batman's not rich. Wonder Woman hasn't got the Themyscira, and Superman hasn't got the Kents.
Yeah, it's like it's taking their heroes out of their comfort zone. That's kind of the point of like Absolute. And again, they're doing something new, which, you know what? I could respect DC for that. Will they actually be able to stick to landing again? See, that's the thing about DC. They have great ideas. It's just when they execute on those ideas, it doesn't always turn out that well.
Cameron says, I never thought I would see a broke Batman.
Broke, yeah. Not as rich, just read Batman Centennial.
What's also interesting is the fact that we got not one, not two, not three, but 5 different characters announced at San Diego Comic Con.
Yeah, you got Flash, you got Green Lantern. And with the Green Lantern, even though Joe Mullen's Far Sector is like the one that they showed, Hal and the others will be showing up. So it's not like they're going to leave them out, which thank God, because you can't have a Green Lantern thing and exclude at least Hal.
I believe that the Absolute Universe has got something good going for them.
Oh, yeah, they definitely do. It's just, again, can they stick to it being good? Because no matter DC's fantastic idea, we all know a certain fantastic idea called the New 52, and they fumbled that. So at that point, and the Snyderverse. So I'm just like, okay, you know what? That's 2 for 2. I'd rather hang on a second.
Cameron says DC also, for some reason, goes back to the status quo when they get pushed back instead of sticking to their guns.
Yeah, that's why. That's why, honestly, Britt and I were talking about this, and we're like, we don't see this lasting more than a year. They say it's going to last years, but we're like, no, it'll last a year.
The one thing I think about this universe is the Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman Trinity book when they get to that part.
But so far, they said they're not going to cross over for like a really long time, which I think is stupid because you're calling it the absolute universe. Universe is in the name. Why are you making them separate? This is your one advantage over manga, and you're leaving it. The ultimate universe is pretty much they at least reference the other characters. I mean, they'll probably reference, oh, there's an Amazon witch. By the way, Wonder Woman's a witch in this universe. I don't know how I feel about that.
And she'll be the one to save Superman.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Wonder Woman being a witch raised in hell. I'm like, you could have just done Last of the Amazons. That would have worked.
Yes, they did pull this stunt before with Earth One. Yes.
Except, again, I say this all the time. Earth One was never a universe. It was never a cohesive universe. The minute you had Wonder Woman and women take over the world, or like Green Lantern do like a massive invasion of Earth, there is absolutely no way that's a singular universe.
But this is an absolute.
This one is, and apparently it's going to cross over with the main universe, which we'll see how that turns out. But you never know.
So, they talked about the different covers, right, at the San Diego Comic-Con. How do you feel about the covers?
I will say the Wonder Woman one looks the best because
she's riding a horse.
Well, she looks basically like Kratos, which is kind of cool, and yeah. I'll take that. And it's the new 52 armor design, basically. So I'm like, okay. A lot of the Absolute Universe, what I notice is people are starting to say it's basically the new 52 again, which I'm like, yes, because that was a very successful period of DC that they squandered, but maybe they won't this time. We'll see.
But they've been planning this for a while, from
supposedly. Whenever DC says, oh yeah, we definitely have a plan, we've been planning this for a while, unless I see dates, I don't believe you, honestly.
But I will say, in that Screen Rant article, which they did, he's being compared to Thor, one of the Thor comics that Jason did.
The problem where I saw that, and he said something about in the same way that like Thor is the center of the Marvel universe, and I'm like, he's not. Thor is not the center of the Marvel universe. Just because you wrote him does not mean he's the does not mean he's the be all end all of Marvel.
But I have got a question for you, Jared. Right, this is the question for you. Do you think this Superman, this Batman, and this Wonder Woman will live up to the hype?
Again, Scott Snyder is the one that I think is a more safe bet on yes. Jason Aaron and Kelly Thompson, the writers on Superman and Wonder Woman respectively, those are the gamble writers. It's like, let me put it this way. Scott Snyder has more of a track record of success when it comes to Batman. I mean, he wrote Black Mirror, and he wrote pretty much the entire new 52 run of Batman. So he's more of a guaranteed success.
Tevi is asking me a question. How do you feel about the Flash cover in Absolute Universe? Because I think it looks super interesting.
Flash is cool. It's not.
Flash is cool.
I'm not gonna check out the Flash because I don't want, because I have other books, and from a budget perspective, I have to pick the ones I want to do, and it's probably just gonna be Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman.
Yeah, same. It's like the only books I'm covering is Superman, Wonder Woman. I might pick up Batman. It depends on how I feel. And I'm on a budget as well, dude. So
Mhm.
that's another thing too, because I've just recently purchased a new Superman T-shirt.
Ah.
So, so that was not the only thing that DC showed off at San Diego Comic Con.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Tevia, why do you have to bring that guy's
No,
name up?
no,
And
don't mention it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm not gonna say it. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna highlight that question, Tevia. No,
Mm-hmm. But go on.
but DC is not the only. DC is not show only the DC Absolute Universe as a thing. They also revealed a new logo.
Which, okay, they basically brought back the bullet logo. The problem I have with it is that Gunn's like, okay, so we're all about embracing the past, but like looking toward the future. Nothing in that logo indicates the future except the blue coloring. And then when you look at like the way Jim Lee describes it, the way James Gunn describes it, the way Peter Safran describes it, it's all in terms of the past and nostalgia. And I'm like, fine, if you wanted to change the company logo, that's fine, but saying that it's about also embracing the future, I'm sorry, going with a past logo doesn't do that. Even if you change the coloring, because the old one was black, this one's blue. Oh, they're so different.
But mind you, what they did cool is for each individual character, you'll be able to notice for what film. For example, Superman, they'll have the Superman breaking the chain. Batman, they'll have someone flying in.
On that, why for the intro does it just end on like the DC logo on like a blank space? You couldn't put a picture or anything on there. That comes across as lazy to me.
They might change that in the future, though.
I hope they do, but here's the thing. You just failed in marketing because my first impression of that new logo is on a blank ass background. First impressions are everything when it comes to marketing. And so far, this new DC is not getting good first impressions, whether or not it's with Superman's floppy ass suit or this logo.
Yeah. No, they didn't have their own new logo.
No, they
Tevye.
didn't. They didn't.
They didn't have a new logo. Own logo for New 52.
Mm-mm.
So wait, why are they even going with a new
I have no.
logo?
I think it's because they had to pick a logo for DC Studios, and I guess the comics wanted to be more be more unified with the movies, and that makes sense. But people already don't like the Marvel one because they basically made the Marvel Studios logo into the Marvel Comics logo, and everyone's like, "What? No." So it's not that they're basically copying Marvel, except they're copying what Marvel did that people don't necessarily like as much.
It's marvelous.
Marvel less. Yeah. It's Marvel -LESS. That's what it is. That's actually
Yeah.
really good.
So next up is Creature Commandos.
So basically Suicide Squad.
Yes.
It's this exact same thing as Suicide Squad. And I'm like, if you wanted to go with Suicide Squad, why did you get rid of Suicide Squad? You get rid of them just to do the exact same concept. That is extremely lazy.
Tevia says, "Oh wait, I screwed up. I meant to say the DC made the new Future 2, but technically they made a new logo for the company. It's DC, but showed up the
Yeah,
credits."
they did that, but that was more of establishing a new logo and not picking one from the past.
And Cameron says, "Actually, Jared, it's Guardians of the Galaxy, but DC,
Well,
which does not work."
we all know that worked when he did the Suicide Squad. Oh wait, it was one of the biggest flops
of the DC history.
and the flop man is in charge of DC now. Wow.
The floppy man.
Floppy man. It makes sense that when you call him the floppy man, you think a suicide. And it's also he flip flops all the time on his choices. So there you go.
Yeah, but I'll give James Gunn credit where credit is due, right?
Mm-hmm.
The animation style is better than Tomorrowverse.
I have to see more of it. I have to see more of it in order to
No,
determine
I
that.
mean comparing it to the Tomorrowverse.
Again, I have to see more of that because at this point, it's not necessarily like like I can make a determination on that.
I mean, from the comparing the trailer, let's say from the Man of Tomorrow trailer to this trailer, at least it's a little bit better than what we got.
I mean, you could have
previously.
made that work. It's just the problem is the animation was
Stiffness
choppy
and
when the characters moved.
the
This one
stiff.
looks a little better, but again, it could be that they just spent a lot on the trailer in a way in order to like hype people up, and then when you actually watch it, it's actually pretty crappy. We'll see.
Yeah. So that was the DC side. There wasn't much else in DC at San Diego Comic Con.
Except for My Adventures with Superman
Oh yes,
inexplicably getting another season.
yeah. My Adventure with Superman. Oh, we forgot about that. My Adventure with Superman and Superman Unknown. So we'll talk about My Adventure with Superman first. Why bring Superboy into the fold?
Or Cyborg. So you're gonna kill Superman. Thanks for telling me what's going on.
Why are you?
Or they're just not gonna do it and just like do it. And I'm like, well, that's stupid. Why use the characters then if you're not gonna use the storyline that introduced the characters? This is why I push back on people saying that now DC is gonna get so comic accurate, because it's not.
At least there's no Trunks. That is a
Okay,
plus
I'll give
sign.
you that. That's a good thing. They got rid of the Trunks in that. I will give you that. That is good. And then DC will find some way to screw it up. Trust me, they always do.
Cameron says, I called. I knew they were gonna bring in Cornell and ruin him.
Yep. That's a good bet, my friend. That's a good bet.
But it's like here's what I think. I think it's a bad idea bringing Cornell into the fold.
Mm-hmm.
Season 3. I would have expected it maybe season 5, right?
Maybe they're not going to get a season 5.
Maybe that's why they're pushing it now. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're like, let's do like the story that we really wanted to tell for this may be their last season because the ratings have been like tanking recently. It's been going down in terms of viewership. So it's entirely possible that they're just doing it now so they can get it out there and then just end it.
They don't want to have a certain Justice.
They don't want to pull a Young Justice ending. Yeah, exactly. They don't want to do that. I'm curious about Connor Kent and Lois interaction. He's going to be the clone thing is where is where I'm wondering. I'm like, what is going on here?
Hey, what's up, Najee? So My Adventures with Superman season 3 is happening regardless, and we're probably going to get it next year, I would say.
I would say so. Yeah, probably. Well, man, next year is going to be big for Superman.
Next year is big for Superman across the board. So that's not the only thing we got San Diego Comic Con.
Let's see what else we got.
We got a sneak peek at Superman and Lois.
Yay. And they're doing the death of Superman, which I called because it's like the minute you bring in Doomsday, everyone knows what storyline you're doing.
Hold on 1 second. I've got to make a banner for that.
So it's like when Zach had a Doomsday show up in the BVS trailer, and I'm like, yeah, I know what you're doing. You're doing the death of Superman, which it's the most stereotypical thing. I mean, when Britt sent me the article about it, she literally said, so whenever they do Superman, they have to kill him at one point. That's pretty much his thing. It's like that scene in Infinite Crisis where Batman says, the only time you ever inspired someone is when you were dead.
Yeah. Tevye says I'd say 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Legend 6711 says I'm super excited for Superman and Lois.
Oh yeah, me too, for sure, 100%. It's a good show and I enjoy it. I just wish they weren't doing the Death of Superman story again.
But Tevye says he's excited for the show, but he's super sad that it's coming to an end. But
I
there's a
know.
reason. But there's a reason behind that, Tevye. It's
Because Warner Brothers thinks we're all idiots and morons. That's what the
yeah,
reason is.
because Warner Brothers thinks that once
Or really, you know what
Superman,
it is? It's actually probably James Gunn that doesn't want to be overshadowed. So he's like, nah, I'm going to take it. I'm going to not even release it.
and this is why I got worried about some other things too, which we will be discussing after we talk about.
You mean WBD's current monetary troubles?
Not only that,
Oh
the
boy.
the gaming division too.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yes, we're still going to talk about that.
We're still going to be talking about that today and tomorrow. So I think Jared will talk about that on the member stream, right? If I'm correct.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So we'll talk about it today and tomorrow for sure. But yeah, but that's not the only thing we got for Superman and Lois. We got a little clip from Superman and Lois for Doomsday and Superman, and I gotta say,
it looks badass. I gotta say, hey, Teladia, remember last season we were complaining about how there's not a lot of action, then literally this season starts off with action. Apparently,
hey, my bet still stands.
I'll take it.
My bet still stands.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, Cameron, Gunn say he doesn't want competition, and I'm like, this guy's the head of DC now. Yeah, the problem with Gunn is that he doesn't want competition for his crap.
Yeah.
But he doesn't realize that it doesn't matter if it competes. You still get the money.
It's Zaslav as well. Zaslav is another reason.
Which is why if Zaslav leaves, that's another thing that we're going to talk about later.
I know the reason why, but honestly, it's not fair because Superman and Lois was killing in the ratings, and it's a great show. But My Adventures moves forward.
Yeah, exactly. You had a successful show, but you're like, nah.
It's like you could have done 5 seasons, right? You could have split.
And then do Death. Well, the other thing is, Teladia, do you know that like a couple of days ago was the 2-year anniversary of Batgirl getting pulled?
If you mention that, Purple come to the stream. Just saying.
You say Batgirl 3 times, he appears.
Yeah, if you mention Batgirl, he'd be like,
Batgirl. Is he going to show up? He'll be here any minute now.
And he'll be like, oh, Batgirl. But yeah, Batgirl is at the second year anniversary. I know he made a little stream about that, and I'm just like,
I kind of wish we could see it, but kind of wish not. But anyway, the point is, WB has not been making a lot of good decisions when it comes to DC movies, honestly. And I love how people flipped on Warner Brothers the minute they put James Gunn as the figurehead. But I'm like, let me put it this way. If Zaslav leaves, that's another scenario. WB does not exactly have to be sold. If Zaslav leaves, I guarantee you the new executive they put in charge, or like the investors, are going to essentially look at all of his decisions and reevaluate them, including James Gunn. Yep, exactly, Tavia. Similar to Beetlejuice.
Similar to Beetlejuice, yeah. But I'll say this, right, before we switch over to the Marvel side in terms of San Diego Comic-Con for Superman and Lois. What interests me the most is the interviews that Tyler Hoechlin and Bitsy Tulik did.
Mm-hmm.
And what's interesting is the fact that Tyler Hoechlin said he would love to, if given the opportunity to play Batman, he would love to take the role for that.
Can you imagine if he becomes Batman, so he becomes BVS the actor?
So he basically gone from Superman to Batman.
In a way, it's an upgrade. So there you go.
It's an upgrade, and mind you, he has got the acting chops for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A lot of people said, nah, he's a TV actor though. But the thing is, the stubble beard.
Here's the thing. I could see James Gunn doing that.
Yeah, I can see James Gunn going, yeah, we want you. Uh, the reason people are hyping up Gunn is because what he did with Guardians. The problem is DC is more iconic than Marvel, which is what made the MCU successful. So basically, his new universe will go nowhere, will not go anywhere if the new executives go forward.
Yeah, that's what I think. They'll look at a lot of those Hey, what's up, RJ?
Hey, what's up,
They could
RJ?
conceivably replace Zaslav, look at a lot of the decisions he made, and go, "Why is this getting a project? Why is this getting a project? Why is James Gunn even hired?" But
But
anyway,
but I just think, imagine Tyler Hoechlin being the next Batman. It'd be
that
so
would be
fun.
interesting. And you know
That'd
what?
be funny.
Based on some of those dark scenes from Superman and Lois,
You can see
I
it.
could kind of see that. That would actually work.
You can actually see it. So we're at the half an hour mark, and it's time for me to give some memberships out.
Hell yeah.
So gifting, and we're gifting 5 now. So if you get a gifted membership, this is for the month. Samir, Sticks, Lord Doth, Real Talks Productions, and Daniel Martin. Congratulations, you guys were gifted memberships
Hell yeah.
for the first half of the stream.
Welcome to the club.
Anyway, Kevia says also not to mention we have Wonder Woman getting her own movie, even though she's one of the Trinity.
Yeah, Britt and I are still really salty about that. You know, it's bad when all these characters are getting movies before Wonder Woman. And I remember actually it was last stream with you on your channel, Teladia. Someone put, "Who cares when she gets a project? She's going to get one." And I'm like, yeah, she'll get one eventually. It's just the problem with this mindset is that the first characters to get projects, that shows where the priorities are. And Wonder Woman's not a priority. She's not. So at least according to the decisions of this current team, and I'm like, she should be, particularly if you want me to believe she's a member of the Trinity.
I've heard a rumor, and this is coming from my source. I spoke to my source via DMs. There's a possibility that the Wonder Woman game could be a part of the DCU.
But that does. But wait. But who's voicing Wonder Woman? Because here's the problem: the actress for Wonder Woman has to also play her in live action, unless James Gunn changes his mind again, which we all know that's entirely possible. He did say the actors in the movies will voice them in the game. It's gonna be one cohesive thing. If it's in the DCU,
yeah, if it's in the DCU, because my source said to me, I'll tell you what he said to me via Twitter DMs. He said to me, where is it?
I've been saying that it makes a lot of sense. The Wonder Woman game was retool. Yes, but again, RJ, it all comes to the fact of if they have cast the Wonder Woman actress. Yes, it makes sense, RJ, that they would do that. The problem is the thing about that is that for Wonder Woman's intro, again, you do a tie-in game, which, yes, a lot of people play tie-in games, but there are plenty of people in the general audience, again, that don't play video games, but just watch the movies. And you're gonna make them lost. They'd have to redo voice work, though, because it would probably have done a while ago, but not with the actors that they picked. Yeah, I know. And James Gunn already committed to it unless he changed his mind again, which, again, he does that a lot. So let me put it this way. It would make sense if they do it. That would make sense from what I've observed from WB. I don't want them to do it because DC is more than just one continuity.
It's something else entirely.
It's called the freaking multiverse, which is the word that they keep using, but not using.
Tevia says, I personally don't like the idea of connecting the Wonder Woman game to the movies, but mostly because it limits the storytelling half badly.
Exactly.
Badly. But we'll see. We'll see what the case is. It's just a rumor, so I wouldn't take it as facts. Anyway, I think that was mostly it from the DC side of it, wasn't it?
I think so. In terms of like significant stuff that was done there, yeah, I think that's about enough.
All right. To the Marvel side, transition, please.
So we're all doomed, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. Well, shall we talk about in order because
Okay. Because I was like, I know someone's gonna ask us about Doom.
so first off is Cap 4. I can't
Uh,
put the full thing in because I can't remember.
it's called. I think it's called like New World Order or like system. And the point is, it's Captain America 4, which looks pretty cool. It looks like they're trying to get back to that Winter Soldier vibe. The trailer looked interesting. I just don't dig Harrison Ford as Red Hulk. He sounds really bored.
Yeah. But hey, the panel was on fire. Shall we react to the panel?
Wait, we're gonna actually react to the panel?
Yeah, there's a YouTube live stream of the full presentation.
Do you wanna? Is that copyrightable?
I don't know, but I mean, I don't want to chance it, but we can we can watch it privately.
I mean, if you want to, that's fine.
All right, I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link privately.
How long is the panel?
43 minutes, but we can take a look at. It's basically the full Marvel Studios panel.
Yeah, Cap 4, I'm very excited for that, mostly because Captain Falcon kicking ass. Yeah, and they're finally acknowledging that stupid Eternal thing, that Celestial that had its hand coming out of the Earth. So now Eternals actually happen in the MCU. So,
The Cap panel kicks off with Kevin Feige coming out, right, bringing everyone on stage. And what does Anthony Mackie do the first thing he gets on the mic?
what?
Takes the mick out of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's like, he says, I got my own movie now.
Mm-hmm. There you go. I like that. And
because if you don't know the running gag, guys, is because Spider-Man said a few years ago, Tom Holland said a few years ago, oh, there's no Captain. Oh, wait, there's no Captain America. Captain, what's it called? The Falcon movie. There's no Falcon movie, and now he's got a movie. Anthony Mackie's like, suck it.
Yep, there you go. And he kind of earned it. So there you go. I'm and now depending on if that's good or not, that'll be interesting. Personally, I don't like Falcon's Captain America, and like everyone's dying. I would much rather prefer Barnes being Captain America in keeping with the comics, but still
continuity. Yeah, but I gotta say they brought on the president of the United States. That is Thunderbolt Ross, aka the man who played Solo in the Star Wars films. That is Harrison Ford. And my God, he went all in nerd like, doing all the motions and everything. Like, how do you feel about that, Jared?
He doesn't see. I love whenever someone tries to ask him a Marvel question and he doesn't know the answer.
He was like, nope, next question.
He was like, nope, I don't know this. I'm not a Marvel guy again.
When somebody asked him about the F616 universe or something like that, I think it was IGN or something. So he's basically comparing it to Greedo, who shot first. I think it was either that question or another question. RJ, please confirm with me about this. I know if you've seen it. About the whole Harrison Ford saying who shot first, Greedo or Han Solo. I remember there was in one of the interviews he did say that. And
by the way, Cameron, the whole Hulk thing, that's because in terms of Bruce Banner Hulk, Marvel, I don't know if they've resolved this yet. I don't think they did, but they can't make a solo Hulk movie. He can show up in other people's stuff.
He wants a piece of the But the thing is, Harrison Ford wanted a piece of the action. That's why he came to the Marvel Cinematic
Yeah,
Universe.
probably. I think he was bored playing Solo, and then Indiana Jones kind of tanked, so he's like, "There's another franchise I can join, Marvel."
And
They're the
actually, he
underdog now.
and I still say to this day, the mustache thing. RJ says yes. I don't give a poop.
Yeah, he doesn't care about like Marvel lore and stuff, which is hilarious when you think about it, even though he's in them. You had to know you were gonna get these questions joining a Marvel movie.
I'm sad on getting William Hurt as Red Hulk. That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, if you think about it, his age was thing. Hey, what's up, silly girl?
Yo, what's up?
It's been a long time since I've seen you.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
good, but I didn't get his like. He was so extremely bored.
yeah, but you know what's so cool about him is the fact that he said, "Oh, I got rid of the mustache." It's because of the fact that they don't like it in
That's
Festival of
them
the Sea.
commenting on the fact that they changed actors. I love that.
It says when asked about Han shooting Greedo.
First agree. He's like, I don't care. Yeah, ultimately, it doesn't really matter as as what happens when like a lot of fans get like hyper fixated on a debate.
Says hi guys, I've been working a lot. I understand, silly
All
girl.
good.
Oh, good. You're always welcome around here, around these neck of the woods. But yeah, so Harrison Ford comes on stage, does like his iconic Hulk pose and everything, and he's like, "I want a piece of this action. That's why I joined the MCU." But it was not only that, guys. There was not only Captain New World Order that we also got. We got the freaking Thunderbolts. Shall we talk about
Which
that next?
so it's Marvel Suicide Squad.
No, better than Marvel Suicide. Better than the Suicide Squad.
I'm not sure if it's better because they're picking characters from a lot of failed movies. So let's put them together and see if we can break even.
All right, Thunderbolts was next up. Uh, hold on. I heard the leader is the villain. How much is that true? I think that's legit.
Yeah, that's legit. He's the villain. He was even in the trailer, I think.
Yeah, I am currently. I'm sorry. I'm curious if Harrison Ford, President Ross, is going to stay forward to his character.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think this is a one and done.
I watched the trailer for Captain America, and Harrison Ford gives it Patriot Games feel, but much old man.
Yes,
kind of vibe.
exactly. So old man. So Nick was in this movie. I didn't know that.
I didn't know Nick was in this movie.
Yeah, I know. He played the old man in the corner.
When Nick hears that, he'll be like, "Oh my god, you guys!"
Too bad. Get younger, sir, and then maybe we won't make these jokes.
Tevia says Thunderbolts was a team created by Baron Zemo in the comics.
Yep. But still, it's basically Marvel Suicide Squad. That's what the concept is. Villains becoming superheroes.
But better though, Jared. You gotta be honest.
I don't know if it's better because I don't have any exposure to Thunderbolts though. That's the thing.
No, I mean with the lineup they've got, it's an all-star cast. You've got Florence.
Yeah, but their character, a few of those characters people like, but a lot of them are from movies that failed. That's why I'm doubting that.
I think what's his name? Sebastian Stan will have his final send-off in this movie.
Well, the other thing is like I'm like I thought Marvel was done putting a bunch of D-listers in a movie now because that didn't work forever.
No, but this looks like you've got what's his name that playing Captain, what's his name? He's basically the red version of Captain America, right?
Red Guardian.
Yeah, you got Red Guardian, right? You got
Yelena
Red Guardian.
Belova, you got Ghost, you got Winter Soldier. It's a lot of characters that I don't really care about, but I'll still give the movie a shot, obviously, because the concept sounds fun.
Yeah, the concept sounds so much fun. Like the idea they have, it's so much fun. And here's the funny thing too. Somebody, one of the cast members posted on Instagram, I believe, them on location and saying, "Oh, we're on Mars" or something like that. And I thought to show you the set or something,
It's
behind the scene.
probably a desert. I don't think they're saying actually on
It's not.
Mars.
No, it's not on Mars, but they're on a set on a desert. But it's pretty cool that they're actually filming it currently after San Diego Comic Con, right?
Hmm.
But like I believe they showed something for both Fantastic, not Fantastic for
Well, they
Thunderbolt.
definitely showed something for Fantastic Four for sure.
For Fantastic Four for sure, but I mean for Thunderbolts and for
Hmm.
Captain America, I believe they showed something for that. I believe
Hmm.
Thunderbolts does look interesting to me though. I think it because I'm a huge advocate for Red Hulk, of course, right?
Is Thunderbolts gonna be? I mean, is Red Hulk gonna be in Thunderbolts though?
I think so, because why would it call it Thunderbolts? Come on, Thunderbolt Ross.
Because the team was founded and had no connection to Thunderbolt Ross though. That's the thing. In the comics, it's not because Ross's name is Thunderbolt Ross.
Hmm.
As far as I know, it's not because of that. I don't know why they called it the Thunderbolts.
But it's still going to be interesting,
Hmm?
right? It's still going to be interesting regardless of how much money do you think this movie is going to make back?
I
And Captain
don't.
America and
I,
Captain.
Captain America has more of a hope because people know who Captain America is. No one knows who the Thunderbolts are. Before you say no one knew who Guardians are, Marvel was in a different place back then. Now we have to rethink about how we evaluate these movies because Marvel has an uphill battle now, and a lot of these projects honestly should have been shelved and or canceled because of the fact that they're not in the financial position or like critical reception position when they could actually afford to take these risks
Mhm.
like they did with Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Agreed, yeah. So after this, we did get well before the fandom. Obviously, we got Deadpool and Wolverine, right? We
Which
got
was dope. Which
which
was
was
dope.
I forgot to mention that is that we got the Deadpool and Wolverine, everyone coming on stage and the dancing and all of that. That was pretty cool.
Well, and then we also got the movie, which was pretty fun.
Yeah, which we're not gonna spoil it for people yet, and
Mm-hmm.
until next week we'll be talking about spoilers for that.
Everybody dies. The end.
Cameron says, "Yeah, only comic readers know who the Thunderbolts casual for."
Exactly. Exactly.
But next up on the list is Fantastic Four: The First
I
Steps.
still don't like the cast. I really don't like the cast they picked. And I'm
Yeah,
like, you could have particularly Reed. I don't like Pedro Pascal as Reed. I just don't.
they showed the trailer, but they revealed a new title for it.
And I will say though, we got a good look at Galactus. And he's not a clown. He's an actual giant dude.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. Tevia says, like, why do we need the Agatha Harkness show? Because that doesn't sound interesting.
Exactly. Thank you, Tevia. Tevia's
But
right.
but back to Fantastic Four. They, they showed the flying car, the fantastic car,
Yep,
and
that was cool.
that was cool. I was like, yes, yes, thank you very much indeed. And let's just say, I think, mind you, there is confirmation Fantastic Four will return for the next two Avengers film. So there is confirmation.
Sweet.
So there is a confirmation for that. We'll talk about the Avengers film towards the end, and obviously the WBD stuff. But we want to get through this stuff first. So, what do you think of the cast? Vanessa Kirby playing Sue
Again,
Storm.
I don't like who's playing the Fantastic Four. The only one I like is Vanessa Kirby. Other than that, no. It's a total miss.
Vanessa Kirby playing Sue Storm is pretty hot.
Yeah,
Not
that's
gonna
good.
lie.
I like that.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
Speaking of Tevye says, speaking of Fantastic Four, with that title, First Steps, do you think that this will introduce Franklin Richards and Valerie Richards in this
Um,
movie? Because I'd be so happy to see
unless
that.
they've cast them, I don't think so. I think really this is as far as what they've revealed so far. Now, again, I didn't go to SDCC, so I didn't see like that little movie they played, but I didn't see anything of that. So likely it's just going to be the four of them.
From what we saw, it's pretty much going to be four of them anyway, right? So I don't see them expanding that. Maybe later on down the line they'll do that. But what interests me the most is the direction they're going in.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like modern day. It's more 60s, 70s retro stuff.
Yeah, and in an alternate universe, not in the main 616, which I'm like, that's a bold choice. Let's see if it actually works out for them.
Mind you, they did say at SDCC they were actually filming after the event.
It's interesting.
They were gonna continue filming, and yes, Galactus makes his return in this film, so there's no surprise there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm really interested to see where things go for the MCU in terms of numbers and everything,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think this film will do well, but I don't think it'll be Superman numbers. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
That's my take on it.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't think it's gonna make MCU numbers because the Fantastic Four have never been a big movie franchise.
Not unless your name is, what's his name, Chris Evans. Unless your name is Chris Evans,
Still, even those movies didn't do as well as they wanted them to.
True, but unless your name is Chris Evans now, you're never gonna get those numbers.
No, that's true.
Um, that's Tevye says that's also a big gamble, which could go either way. It's because he's replied to Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe this is the fifth time they're doing Fantastic Four, correct?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Okay, that's
because
why the
1, 2, and then Fan 4 stick, and then this one. Unless I'm forgetting one, which I don't think I
am. Apparently, there's a '90s Fantastic Four movie.
Isn't that the one that never got released?
Yeah, I think so. That one never got.
Yeah,
released.
so that doesn't count.
But now, next to the next banner, let me create it.
Yeah, what's our next topic, sir?
Okay,
Make it something good. Are we getting doomed?
Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah, how about the fact that they revealed who's gonna play Doom and the place like freaking exploded? Just think, DC had all these reveals and stuff. They were like trailer for Creature Commandos and this and this and this. Then the only thing anyone's talking about is Robert Downey Jr. as Victor Von Doom. How about that? And the rumored plot is going to be like for this Doom origin that he's like not necessarily he's like a Tony Stark variant, or he's like a he was a classmate of Tony.
I had a theory about Avengers Doomsday, right?
Which is?
Okay, so his backstory. Hold on. We read the comments first. Cameron says, "Well, Kanye is out, Doom is in. Let's see how this plays out. Avengers Doomsday, baby, yes."
Mm-hmm.
So my theory on Avengers Doomsday, right, is obviously we know that in the panel of Avengers 4 and 5, they reveal the directors,
Mm-hmm.
Anthony and Joe Russo. They are coming
Yes,
back.
Russo brothers, baby.
The Russo brothers are returning, And who did they reveal for the main villain, baby?
Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom.
Robert
Now
Downey
let's not
Jr.
let's all remember how big this is. The two Avengers movies that the Russo brothers did were like not only the best reviewed, but one of them was one of the highest grossing movies of all time.
Let me show you. Let me show people what they're missing out on.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So people can get to see what I'm talking about. What's a really good image? I gotta get a really cool image of him.
The point is that yeah, there was a lot of stuff that was like thrown out there, but with Doom, and the thing about Doom that's interesting is that they could literally just roll in there, and you know how they had all those Kang variants at the end of Ant-Man. Well, they just have Doom show up and blow them all up. Problem solved.
Mm-hmm. 1 second.
That's all you need, dude.
Let me get get rid of a couple of things once.
Mm-hmm. But really, ultimately, it was inevitable because with everything that happened with Jonathan Majors and the bomb that was supposed to be his introductory movie, because yes, he showed up in Loki, but his character was not introduced on his not character, his variant was not introduced until Ant-Man. It didn't work out that well.
So here is Robert Downey Jr. revealed to play Doctor Doom.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
Looks pretty good, and I love that. It looks really good.
He says, different mask, same task.
Mm-hmm. So now he's playing. Now he's playing Doom, which I could see him playing Doom. Nick brought up a good point. It's the fact that the general audience knows him as Iron Man, and they may be a little confused because they're already really confused with this multiverse BS. So really, ultimately, I'm like, what? Are you sure you want to go with a multiverse variant played by another actor?
Mm-hmm.
Which that may not work out that well. Sally Girl, I don't doubt that he can do it. I'm saying in terms of the general audience reception of the character, is that going to like work for the character? What do you think, Teladia?
I think like here's my thing on Robert Downey Jr.'s backstory. I think they'll do one of the Marvel comics where Doctor Doom and Iron Man switch bodies. Right, that's my prediction. That's what the backstory will be.
I don't think they're gonna do a switch bodies thing. I really don't.
Switch minds.
No, I know what you mean. I don't think they're gonna do a mind switch thing because first off, how, and second off, that gets into the multiverse. That why wouldn't they just, if they're gonna have someone else play Doom, why didn't they say he's playing Doom and then they're switching minds? That doesn't work.
True, but is this a desperate?
It's a desperate ploy by Marvel for sure, but I don't think they're doing a mind switch thing. I think this dude is generally playing a Doom person.
Okay. Tevia says, question, actually, I realized something with Kang basically being gone now and the main villain being Doctor Doom. Now, do you think Doctor Doom will be a one-off for Secret Wars?
I think he'll be in Doomsday and Secret Wars, at least, because if you notice... Because if you notice, when you go to the panel, when they talked about Doom coming back, they're like, okay, so we're doing Secret Wars. But before Secret Wars, there's like a really important character that we have to introduce. And he's going to be in Avengers Doomsday. And obviously, we all know that's Doom at that point. But it also indicates loosely what the plot of Secret Wars is going to be. They're talking about the newer... What's the word? It's the newer, like... late 2000s version of Secret Wars and not the classic storyline.
Right. Okay. So this comes out 2026, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Avengers Doomsday comes out in 2026, and then Avengers Secret Wars comes out in 2027.
Mm-hmm.
So that's interesting. Tilly Girl says it helps that he'd be wearing a mask.
Yeah, we don't necessarily know if he's going to be wearing a mask the whole time, though. It's Doom, but still, sometimes he takes off the mask.
It's a real mind f, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Tevia says, question: do you think the MCU will basically pull a soft reboot with Secret Wars?
Yes.
Will combine both MCU, Sony Universe, and maybe Fox Universe?
I think that what they'll probably do is that they'll definitely reboot it and bring back the characters that everyone wanted. Like Iron Man and Captain America. It was stupid of them to kill him, but they'll bring him back.
They had to at that point because they've done the 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Tevia says so 2015 Hickman Secret Wars.
Yes, that one. Exactly. That one is the one I bet they're taking the most inspiration for.
Yes. So, but all in all, the Marvel panel, the Marvel presentation, I think the big secret, nobody was expecting Robert Downey Jr. to return.
No, absolutely no one was expecting Robert Downey Jr.
Even
based on their reaction, no one was expecting that.
Iron Prod said they need to bring back T'Challa.
Yeah, they definitely need to do that. Will they? Probably not, because Marvel's not exactly being smart right now, but they could.
So that's Iron Prod for you. I'll also say this. When it comes down to the Marvel panel over the DC panel, I think Marvel won in terms of hype.
Oh yeah, by a mile.
By a mile, Marvel won over DC this year. I also will say this though, right? When William was at the Hall H panel, he did the recording. I don't know if you saw it on Twitter.
It exploded, right? When he took the mask off, it exploded.
No. William was sitting down. He had to stand up, and he's like, "Oh my god, I have to stand up now just to zoom in on RDJ." And it was like, that was really funny. So, William, if you're watching this later, man, I'll say, bro, you really put a smile to my face when you did that. When you did that recording. I know William. I know Rhea still was there. I know that Josh Herrera was there as well. Funnily enough. So all our cool people that have been on my channel were there. Tevia says, actually, I'm curious, will a new Ultimate Universe, but for MCU?
They're not going to do a side universe for the MCU. No, they're not. I guarantee you they're not.
They're never going to do that.
They're not that stupid to try a multiverse alternate reality thing again.
The only way that alternate universe thing will happen, it would be DC. It will never be at Marvel. So Tevia says, yeah, Doctor Doom news basically broke the DC news out the water. Yes. Basically, Marvel, the Robert Downey Jr. story broke the internet. And not only that, I think what next year, what DC needs to do, they need to go double down on what they got to show.
They literally have the one thing in their back pocket that would definitely give them a big boost. They announced Zack Snyder's coming back to complete his DC movies. That would blow anything Marvel's got out of the water.
And it's not only that, Jared. Not only that. Warner Brothers needs to come back at San Diego Comic-Con, announce The Batman 2 with a trailer.
Well, they already said they did have a panel. They did have a panel for that, and Matt Reeves confirmed that it is going to be shooting.
Yeah, we totally forgot to mention that. Yes, the Penguin was there as well. We forgot to mention that. So yes, the Penguin was there at DC. Sorry, at the San Diego Comic-Con, and also the fact that and the fact that Matt Reeves did confirm that next year that he's filming But I think in terms of like revealing stuff at San Diego Comic Con next year would be pretty cool.
Exactly, I think so.
But Tevia, it'd be too late. It'll be too late for the Superman movie to be at San Diego Comic Con.
No, it's too, because San Diego Comic Con just passed. I mean, we'll probably have a trailer by next SDCC if it's actually the SDCC, and Superman is not coming out until
15th of July.
Is that before or after?
That's before SDCC. So
so they're already past that. That is what they should have at least showed, like a better picture of the suit or something like that to like hype people up.
They should have done that, but I think they're gonna save that for CinemaCon or Brazil Comic Con because
we'll see.
Because those types of events are big. A good example is when Brazil Comic Con happened, they had Rebel Moon there. That was a big thing. Remember Papa Snyder with the barbecue? That was cool. And then also they did the Mortal Kombat thing, and that was popping off like crazy for Warner Brothers. So I can see that being the case. And Warner Brothers has got some big things going their way next year. So, and we gotta talk about this. So that was the SDCC stuff. So we're gonna wrap up in a few minutes, but we want to talk about a little bit of gaming news. But let me do a transition first. So where's the brand? Transition, please. Warner Brothers Discovery Gaming to be sold.
Well, WBD itself is imploding. So, but yeah, WBD. Well, go figure. Investing solely in live service when your live service game flops, that's gonna work out great for you guys. Okay.
Like, I was planning to do a video on this, but because I know everybody in the mother's been making a video on this, I was like, no, I won't be able to compete with them.
Real quick, and Tavia, why would they be showing Superman stuff at D23?
Why would it be at Disney?
I think he means like we'll see trailers for like Marvel stuff there, but just to be clear, we were talking about Superman. But anyway, back to this. It's like, I mean, what like this way? If WB Games is sold, I don't know. You can probably answer this for me. Is that going to adversely affect Wonder Woman?
Any in-game production that is in production right now, it won't be affected to that extent.
Okay.
But other projects that haven't got lifted up yet,
all those DCU games?
No. So we're talking like the Hogwarts Legacy 2 game, right? That's
no, I know, but I'm also talking about stuff that they were conceptualizing, like all the DCU games for the movies.
Oh yeah, those are going to be on the back burner. Those aren't going to be those are going to be a thing. Tevi says to clarify, yes, Marvel stuff. Yes, if you clarify a little bit more better in advance, Tevi, I would appreciate that. Who will buy WB gaming content at this point? So it won't be Microsoft. Microsoft are basically not going to be able to purchase.
And I don't think they'll be purchased wholesale. I think that what they'll just do is
get
sell off of the very studios.
They're not going to get their IPs. They're only going to get the studios. That's what the case will be for some of these for WBD when going forward. We'll be talking about this a little bit more on Jared's channel anyway, because I think it'll be a good topic of discussion.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that.
Because, here's the thing. As the gaming lord knows, right? Because I've been in the
Lord of Gaming. There you go. You are the Lord of Gaming. You have earned that title, my good sir.
Warner Brothers are struggling financially to basically get anything off the ground.
Yep.
We haven't heard anything on the Wonder Woman game for the last 3 years.
Except that they're doing it.
Except for they're doing it. We haven't heard anything in regards to WB Montreal's next game. The only thing I've heard is the fact that they've just got a new creative head or something, right? They've got a where was it? They've got a new studio head, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they've got a new vice president and studio head of Warner Brothers Games Montreal.
Mm-hmm.
So they've just announced that. That was a few days ago. Named Uves Lanche. She was at
Mm-hmm.
Bethesda Montreal.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Um, Tevia's asking which studios will buy from other studios, because my theory is Rocksteady may get sold off to another
Well,
company.
it's heavy. That's what we're saying. The studios are going to be sold out to other companies. In terms of which one, I don't know.
It could be Tencent, it could be Sony, it could be. I don't see Microsoft picking it up because Microsoft already just acquired Bethesda, Activision, and Blizzard. So I don't see them going, oh, why don't we go out of our way to purchase Warner Brothers? Otherwise, they would have purchased Warner Brothers back in 2020. Because remember, Warner Brothers Games
They could
was
still. It depends on if WB it gives them a good
no,
deal.
no. But remember, Microsoft isn't going to be in the gaming business much longer.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it, Jared.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So that is the case with that. And to me, you got a gifted membership just to let you know.
Thank you, Samir, USA. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and you've got an emote. So, but what I was gonna say, the whole WB games being sold off, it's a big question mark because this is the second time in 4 years that this stuff has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a big thing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I will be doing member stream in 2 weeks time. On a Tuesday next week I'll do it, and then Wednesday we'll do comic talk. But yeah, in regards to WB games, um, I just think they should just put them out the misery and just sell it off to Sony. I think, my opinion, the highest bidder, the highest people to actually get the job done is Sony.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is Sony interested? That's the big question everyone's on everyone's mind. Is Sony interested in purchasing Warner Brothers? I think so. I think Sony would be. I
By the way, fun fact, Britt just sent me this article.
Mhm.
WB Discovery just revealed that its TV networks are now worth $9.1 billion less than they originally thought.
That says
$9 billion.
that shows everything. That says everything,
This
Jared.
means they've had a net loss of $10 billion.
That's a
special form of stupid, my friend.
This says everything. Now, Tavia, Nintendo won't pick up WB.
Why would Nintendo buy WB Games?
Why would Nintendo buy WB Games? That's the first thing.
They don't need to buy WB Games. They're fine. It's just that the thing is, don't just throw out studios that you're like, well, Nintendo, well, what about this? Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I think Sony is more viable because they have worked with Warner Brothers in the past, right? So they've worked with them on Arkham Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Samir, thanks for the $9.
James Gunn told me to say you guys are doing a great job. Thanks, James. Don't screw up on Superman.
I appreciate the $9.99 of super chat. Thank you very much indeed. That means a lot. Goes towards helping me fund the channel and giving you guys content. But yeah, the whole thing with WB Games, it's like Sony has worked with Rocksteady before. Sony has worked with WB Montreal before. They've done an E3 stage before with them, and it's all that stuff. And I'll even say this: the Arkham VR game back in 2016, that was a PlayStation exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
So just thinking about it, Jared, that is a viable option for them to say, okay, why don't we just uh sell it off to Sony?
But
Whereas if
then all the DC games will end up being PlayStation exclusives, and I'll have to buy a PlayStation.
yeah, you'll have to be a PlayStation Nation nerd.
I have an Xbox too, so I'll be a neutral person.
But still, regardless, right? I think the way things are going, it's up in the air. I'm behind. It's a rumor going round. Samir, it's a rumor going round right now that
It's
WB
based on the rumor that WB is going to start selling
selling
off
off
parts of itself, which then
parts of its
again also puts
assets.
DC Studios in jeopardy.
Yeah, and this was coming Financial Times, by the way, which is a big reputable source. This isn't coming from, let's say, comicbook.com. This isn't coming from Geeks Worldwide. This isn't coming from any other website. This is coming Financial Times.
Mm-hmm.
They made an article on this. I sent this off to Sil because I told Sil I have to send this to Sil, see what he thinks about this, right? And I sent this off to Alex from Podcast Now. I was like, bro, what do you think? And he as well was like, I don't see Microsoft buying it because Microsoft doesn't have the funds. So it could be Tencent. I wouldn't be surprised if Tencent buys Warner Brothers. So only time will tell. I'm sure myself and Jared will talk about this on his stream tomorrow. And we've got a lot to do over the next coming weeks. But, you know, when it comes down to this stuff, guys, be sure to tune into my channel and Jared's channel because we'll be talking about this stuff exclusively on the YouTube page because there won't be many YouTubers that do a live stream and interact with you guys. Ubisoft won't be. What makes you think Ubisoft would buy WB?
Okay, you guys are just naming off studios like randomly. Like at this point, okay, I'll name one. 343 Industries.
Time out. They've just tried Ubisoft before. Ubisoft employees came into Warner Brothers, and it didn't work out for them.
I don't know, Teladia. I think that 343 Industries is gonna buy WB Games. If we're all just naming studios. There you go.
You dare mention 343 in this household again, I will teach you a lesson.
No, you're not my father.
But anyway, I just think the way things are going, it depends on how Warner Brothers is dealing with. I just thought to have a topic of discussion before we wrap up, and kind of, because we talked about for about an hour. For what are the biggest gaming studios? Sony is the biggest one, pretty big on the market. Microsoft can't afford them because Microsoft's in debt. EA, Take-Two, which is 2K basically. I think that's pretty. Who else was there? Who else was there? Let me double check because I have like the list of all the studios that was in the in my thumbnail from a previous video that I did. Tencent, PlayStation, EA, NetEase was another one as well. But I don't see NetEase buying Warner Brothers either because they've just got Marvel on their case currently right now. So I wonder how much it could go for, billions or hundreds of billions. Jared, care to answer that question?
Really depends because the value of WB Games has kind of gone down recently because you keep having these setbacks. Yeah, look this way, with WB Games, you have more Suicide Squads and less Hogwarts Legacies.
But they are planning to make another Suicide Squad-ish game for Hogwarts Legacy.
Let me put it this way: if WB Games is sold, I wouldn't be surprised if they say we're not doing live service.
Yeah. So there's that. Yeah. But before we wrap up, I think it's time to give another 5 memberships. What do you think,
I think
Jared?
so too. I think so too.
All right. 5 more gifted memberships. Good luck to everyone. Tavia, Jigga, Dave, Stealth, and Ace. Congratulations, you guys were gifted memberships.
Heck
Uh,
yeah, let's do it.
yes, and I will be getting on Samir. If you're interested, I'll be gladly to get you on for this month's membership with Pika. If you're interested, you and Pika will be the host. Guests on the members panel. So let me know if you're interested. We'll be talking about everything and anything really. So that will be next Tuesday for the members stream. And Jared obviously will be there because he's my co-host, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So Jared, I think that's a good way to wrap up, isn't? Don't you think?
I think that's an excellent way to wrap it up, as a matter of fact.
All right. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed our SDCC stroke gaming news stream. We hope you have enjoyed our entertainment, and we discussed a lot of things from DC comics, movies, TV show, animation, video, not video. Also, we talked about video games. We talked about the Marvel panel as well. We hope you have enjoyed. Make sure you feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because when a live stream or a video that I do, you will be notified for that stuff. And also, guys, members, where is it? Where's the members panel? Members, yes. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? All right, memberships. There it is. Memberships, guys. If you are a member, right, you guys can get to come on the panel once a month, but it'll be changed monthly. So monthly will change you out in and out. So it'll be a different person every time. It won't be the same people. Silly girl, I appreciate you being here. Members as well, just a reminder, every video that I do, you guys will get early access to those before everyone else. So before the public gets it, you guys get it early, and you guys get to see thumbnails on the Discord server as well. So if you are a member, you get to hop into the Discord server. So Jared, please let the world know where they can find you on the YouTubes and what you're coming up on what you got coming up on your channel.
Sweet. So you can find me at Comics League JT on Twitter, as it says there below. In terms of what I got coming out, in terms of Under Two Capes, we'll be doing a live Q&A. In terms of like Superman rewatch, I know I messed an upload and for my Wednesday shows just because my day job got crazy this week. So they'll be coming back next week. Super Wonder Legacy, Britt and I will be discussing if we did a third Wonder Woman movie as a conclusion to the DCEU, how would we do it? And let's see, what else? In terms
Suicide Squad
stream, where hopefully I have to see again when I get off work. I should be good to go with that. But so in other words, Teladia and I are going to be completing the Mrs. Freeze playthrough, and then we'll be going back to playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey as Wonder Woman. And I will be doing a stream either Saturday or Sunday watching the Rebel Moon director's cut for part 2, because I did part 1. Part 1 was great, and I'm excited to see part 2.
All right, cool. As for me, guys, tomorrow, as Jared said, yes, we'll be doing the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League live stream. Hopefully, we'll be finishing that off. And also, over the weekend is Batman Cape Crusader on Sunday. Episode 2, as where we cover episode 2, we do a reaction. We have a discussion. Without spoiling, of course, because I do not want spoilers in the chat. I'm just giving you guys a heads up on that. So please do not put any spoilers when we do the reaction, because we want to go in fresh without knowing details, right? And then obviously next week, Tuesday instead of Wednesday, with Tuesday there'll be members stream. Samir, you're more than welcome to hop on if you can, and Pika will be on.
Thursday evening is a member stream on my channel.
Yes, and Thursday is the members on his channel. So tomorrow will be the members on his channel because today is Wednesday. I forgot today is Wednesday, my dude. So there's that, and also we will be doing Snyder Fans Read Comics, the return of Snyder Fans Read Comics, and I believe it's what issue is that now, Jared?
I have no idea. It's been a while.
Let me see. I can actually double check. We did the grid. What did we do?
Did we conclude the grid?
Didn't we conclude the grid?
I thought we concluded the grid.
Yeah,
we might have.
We did the Snyder Fans Read Comics. The Justice League were under attack. No, so the Justice League Dismantle was the last one.
Okay, I have to figure it out because I got to go into my DC account to find that.
That was the one where the Krypton.
No, I know that. It's just I'm trying to figure out what exact issue that is because I don't know what exact issue that is.
Right.
Justice. Gosh. Justice League. But anyway, so continue with your outro.
Yeah, so we've got that. Just Snyder Fans Read Comics that will return next week. So stay tuned for that. Dave, you're more than welcome for the membership. Like I said, there is the link, in the member section. You'll be able to hop into the Discord. There's that as well. And also we'll be having 2 members. So if Pika can't make it, you can hop on for sure, Dave. And that'll be next Tuesday. So until then, Jared, 3 words. No, was it? No, 4 words to get us out of here.
Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs to General Zod. Zois and Maxabat for life. We will see you later. Oh, by the way, the issue is Justice League number 21, the finale of Shazam's origin.
All right, cool. So that's on that note. We're out of here. Peace out, everyone. Stay safe out there.
Okay.